It's December 2nd, 2016, and welcome to 31 Days of Terminator 2. While I was watching this movie, one of the things that caught my eye was the Terminator vision, and the Terminator vision caught my eye the last time too, with Terminator 1. But this one I was kind of interested by it because of how he was like looking at the vehicles and the people and stuff. And it was displaying like a whole lot of parameters on the screen. Like fanning myself like, gonna relax underneath the sarsaparilla tree with my T800. Oh, Lord. Cause Southern for some reason. So I did what any red-blooded American would do. I made a spreadsheet. So this is just a part of it. I started off with a spreadsheet, and then in preparation for dumping this into the Tumblr post, which I already did, I transferred this data into Notepad++ as a text file. Anywho, noticing like where the people making the CG, like the text on the screen, you know, what they were doing, and there's almost like a little narrative when you look at it as like a sequence of events. But I think the numbers in and of themselves, for the most part, like make no sense. They're like completely useless. Like for example, so let's just start with like the vehicle stuff. As Arnie, let's just call him Arnie. As Arnie is doing a search for his vehicle, there are actual like parameters in here that he's like, you won't be able to read that. So let's So yeah, let's look at this thing. So there's like vehicle stuff. There's like size, TSPD, which I'm assuming kind of must mean like top speed or something like that. HPWR, and these are all like 4-letter things in there. HPWR, that's horsepower. Code, I don't know what that means. Range, capacity, maxi something. Torque, suspension, idle, weight, tank. There's like lots of good parameters for vehicles in there, and they all have these like 5-digit values. Like horsepower is like 12048. I thought it was, oh wow, when I first saw these come up on the screen, I thought, hey, this is going to be like really cool, right? Like the Terminator has like these parameters that it's set with, like, okay, what kind of vehicle do I need to accomplish my mission? And he's got these parameters that he's got to search for. And then he's looking at each and every one of the vehicles, you know, in the lineup, you know, the 5 or 6 bikes and the car. And as he's searching, it actually lists off the cars and the vehicles in there. So like there's a 435 Harley Davidson, a 236 Yamaha, a 956 Harley, a 453 GT Plymouth sedan, a 482 HD Electroglide, Harley Davidson Electroglide, 956 Harley Davidson, and what it finally settles on is a 382 SLSTS 1991 Fat Boy, which really that should be FLFTS. Problem is, all of the values for all of the vehicles are exactly the same. So that's like some nice evidence of the producers cutting corners in the production stuff. Like they're just, well, what are we going to do for what are we going to come up with for all these values that we have to put into the UI? Oh, just put whatever. Like you can repeat the same information. Nobody is going to look at it. I looked at it, guys. So they got all these stuff in there, and there's like sets of data that like to repeat. So one of the things that happen on screen is there's like a scan level. I don't know what scan level is, but it's a scan level. So it's a scan level thing, and it has these 3 columns of data that it goes through. And this same sequence of data is repeated all over the place. So for example, chunks of that same column of data is used in like bearing for like the direction. So that's another place where they cheated on coming up with new material. And then like Arnie will search for like a criteria to find clothes. It's a level 46480 scan with level 35 priority acquisition of suitable clothing. And it says it's a probability of camouflage acquisition 0.98. So it's like, okay, we need to find camouflage, and we need to, what are the odds we're going to find it in this building? This biker bar, pretty damn good. So then it's like giving like all this criteria, like, okay, I'm a Terminator, I need clothing, what kind of clothing do I need? Let's see, it has specifications for height, weight, neck measurement, shoulders, back, inseam, sleeve, chest, collar, bicep, tricep, quads, thighs. And it's just the same information, the same data set repeats over and over again as it's scanning possible people. The one piece of data in here that does actually make sense, that does actually reflect reality, is there'll be stuff like visual identification of targets, and it'll be like male 0510, which I'm assuming is 5 feet 10 inches. Which, okay, fancy schmancy computer person, why aren't you on metric? And then weight 165, which I'm assuming is pounds. Again, why are you on pounds and not like on kilograms or something? And how can you tell just by like scanning? Volume, I'd get that, but you know, just scanning, oh, that's clearly 165 pounds. And it'll give a body type too, and that's a really interesting one. Like it'll give like a mesomorph, endomorph, or ectomorph, which are the 3 main body types of people. And if you want, you can look those up online. It's actually pretty interesting. And it'll actually give like the heights and weights and the sex and the body type for every person it scans. And then the threat assessment. The threat assessment is pretty cool. So you go through this whole list. So it finally finds a person, and it says size assessment complete. We found a match. Fit probability 0.99. This guy is dead on. We need to get his clothing. It says reset to acquisition. Acquisition mode, speech level 78. I don't know what 78 means. Probably means nothing. But it, you know, it's there. Priority override, defense system set, active status, level 2, 3, 4, 7, 9. So if you want to find numbers that humans made, a good thing to do is look for, you know, sequences of numbers. So like 2, 3, 4, that's a good sequence. And that appears a lot. You got 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 4, and you got 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 7, 6, 6, 8, 6, and then you got sequences. Humans love sequences, but it's more than love. We're just lazy like that. So we'll put sequences and things that don't need sequences. But he does a threat level, and the dude blows smoke in his face, and it does this whole scanning thing, like scan carcinogen. Let's see, what were we hit with? We were hit with a particulate. Do we get any damage? No damage. All right, let's scan the carcinogen vapor. Carbon monoxide, 93 particles, I guess. Nicotine level, contaminants, particulates, command mode, and then it's like your target acquisition. So, okay, well, now it's time to defend ourselves, says the big Terminator brain. And I love that it has these little bits in there. I think really no one's going to pay a lot of it. There's stuff on screen that flashes that is literally only on screen for like 4 or 5 frames. And so I got that entire opening sequence transcribed. And it's on the Tumblr. So if you want, you can check it out and go through a bit of a life of a Terminator. Thoughts about the movie as a whole? I just wish it was shorter.